Top Picks is brought to you by Questrade, where you can trade stocks from 95 cents.
David Burrows is the president and chief investment strategist at Barometer Capital Management. He's brought with him 3 fresh top picks. Top pick number 1 is a company that Warren Buffett wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. He said he doesn't like airlines, but you do. Why Air Canada?
You know, so we're investors across the capital stack in a company, and we often look at bonds early on when we see change taking place. We look for situations where things are good and getting better. This is a situation that's gone through 3 years of restructuring. They restructured their labor agreement. They've brought the cost of their debt down dramatically. They've taken costs out of the business. And so the cost side has been getting a lot better. Big concern was pension liabilities. The pension liabilities have come down dramatically from $4 billion to $400 million. On the other side, when we look at going forward, they've got new planes coming that are more efficient. They're expanding their route map. They're expanding their capacity. And we think the revenue line is going to grow. So there's very big leverage in an airline when you consider the difference between the high fixed costs and the revenue line.
So then we need to know what color our parachute is on a company of this nature. What's the exit strategy? Why would you get out, and what would be the catalyst?
So absolutely. So we owned the bonds to begin with. About a year ago, we transitioned to the stock. And certainly we use stops on our positions. We would look for any change in the numbers. That devalidated the story. Certainly the numbers are getting better, and we'd look at the price behavior to support the view. Stock's just hitting a new high, so technically it's very attractive. We'd use a stop on the position and recognize it is a more aggressive position, but it's behaving remarkably well.
Top pick number 2 is a little, we've switched them around, is tied to the space. You're going a little further down the food chain to the actual contents of the cabins.
Yeah, so we're a big believer in a secular theme in air travel and the replacement cycle of planes. Airlines around the world are trying to get more efficient. BE Aerospace sells parts and products to the airplane manufacturers, Boeing, Airbus, Bombardier, and they're getting a big benefit of this long order book. Their total value is about $7.6 billion. They got almost $4 billion in orders going forward. They'll probably grow about 19% next year. It's a play on global traffic and global replacement of jets. We talked about precision cast parts a year ago, which has been a big winner. We continue to really like this whole replacement cycle theme.
Top pick number 3 stays in the space as the company behind Air Force One. It's a desperate stretch here. It's 21st Century Fox, Harrison Ford movie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we're a tactical investor. We like to look for broad themes. Media has been a very good theme this year. Fox is a global media company that both produces and distributes content across a broad platform. They have been a big beneficiary of the strong cash flows in this industry. They are very shareholder friendly. They're going to buy back about $4 billion worth of the stock over the next year, which is about 5% of the float. They're returning capital to shareholders. In this market that they're in, we're seeing expanded multiples across a lot of different companies, and I think that this is a great way to be invested in media.
Did I miss the memo? When did they change it from 20th Century Fox? Is it just me?
20. That's a great question.
It's been a few years, mind you.
I don't know the date.
I would have noticed that.
Yeah, that's right.
So where do you see it 12 months out, considering it's already up 53%?
Well, as I mentioned, you're going to see earnings growth that could be in the 20% range, and we think that the multiple can expand on the group. So I think that there could be, 25% upside.
Great having you with us as always, David. Thank you.
Good to be here.
David Burrows has been our guest, President and Chief Investment Strategist at Barometer Capital Management. That is it for this edition of Market Call. If you missed any part of the program, BNN.ca will have the replay for you coming up. And the encore presentation airs Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. You can also join Mark Bunting live Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's Market Call tonight, and it repeats at midnight Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Pacific. It's all up on the screen. Don't worry, there will not be a test at the end of the show about the times. As always, please consult a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions. I'm Michael Hainsworth. You can follow me on Twitter for guest picks, breaking news, and behind the scenes here at BNN. Thank you for joining us. We hope to have you with us next time.